Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of Affinity Streaming Podcast. Today's movie is Fast X or Fast and the Furious 10, whatever you want to call it. Joining me today are Charlie, Riley, and Sarah. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good, doing good.
Hey, yeah, all right. And a special guest, Fast and the Furious expert. He's seen every movie twice. Dave, how you doing, Dave?
All right, I'm doing okay.
All right. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you guys follow us on our socials. It's Affinity Streaming Podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All right. Here we go. Fast X 2023, 2 hours and 20 minutes. PG-13, currently streaming on Xfinity On Demand. Starring Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, and Ludacris, and a bunch of other people. Charlie, since you love this movie so much, why don't you get us started and tell us what you thought?
Well, first off, I thought it was okay at best. I don't know. I enjoyed all like the car action, but everything else was kind of dull, and there really wasn't enough of that. So, it was okay.
Wait, you thought it wasn't enough car action?
Yeah, I really didn't. That was the most fun stuff, and it wasn't enough of just pure fun action. You know, it was kind of dull, punchy action with boring talking.
The contrary, like I loved all the car action. For me, that is an action movie because there's like all these like it's not like guns, and then there's like all these special effects with the cars moving around. It's all beautiful cars and these like cool streets because they're always like go to Europe because we have like a beautiful side there. So for me, I enjoyed it a lot because you know what to expect, like in the 10th movie of Fast and the Furious. So the plot was fine. I actually enjoy it that they did like this 10 years ago to like try to set up like another story and another villain kind of thing. And yes, I enjoyed a lot all of the cars, all the explosions, all the fighting, and because there were like more girls fighting than the John Wick, so that was good.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to interrupt because that is the most surprising thing I've heard on all of our podcasts is that you actually enjoyed this movie. That is shocking to me.
Why?
As you guys hated John Wick, so this is just
so different.
This is very different.
Okay.
Different.
All right,
Like,
go ahead,
like,
Riley.
what's different? There is like the like the background story. Like you have 9 movies to have background. You know, like John Wick is just like I'm John Wick. They stole my car. I'm gonna kill everyone. Boom.
I guess I'd rather have no story than a terrible story.
That is not true, Charlie. That is not true. Don't go there.
Dave, what did you think? What did you think, Dave?
I truly liked Fast X, meaning the car action was very good to me, and I can ask y'all a question. If you saw the movie, what kind of car did Cypher show up at Dom's house? What kind of car was it?
It was a DeLorean, right?
Yes, it was. But a lot of people don't know that because it was written so small and it was illuminated. But it was real small. I had to slow down the movie to see it was DeLorean. You read it. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. But I'll tell you what, it had all the surprises in the movie to make another movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I thought. And that's what I thought that was great about it. And people come back. People come back from the dead.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, we will be spoiling this movie. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it first and then come back to us. It's a 50% critics on Rotten Tomatoes, 85% audience, 5.6 on Film Affinity, which is Sarah's favorite website. Sarah, give us, since you love this movie, give us your
thoughts, man.
What?
You didn't let me give my initial thoughts.
Oh, you didn't give your thought? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's
Go
right.
ahead, Riley.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
That's
I
right,
thought
Riley.
you did.
No.
And she would say, it's okay.
No, like so actually, like in John Wick, I wanted more of like the story for the action movie. But like here, I was actually getting bored sometimes when they were like having conversations and stuff. It was like it was weird. And then when the action was happening, I was enjoying it a lot. So like I kind of agree with a little bit like what Charlie was saying. I thought the action was very good. I liked the cars. I liked all the chases. I thought that the character that Jason Momoa was playing, Dante, I enjoyed that like psychopath like energy of his. I thought that was like funny. That brought a good element to it. But yeah, like the story was just like it was okay. Like it was kind of to be expected, and like it drug on sometimes in the conversations. But
For me, Dante felt a little like playing Joker in Batman, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, there was like I could see like Joker like character, and that thing I didn't like it. I
Yeah.
did enjoy a lot of like the outfits and how they portray him, like with all this purple and more like feminine, or when you want to say there is not feminine, but like purple, like with the nail polish, these kind of things. But I saw Joker, which I didn't like.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
thought, I always thought that Dante was 2 steps ahead of Dom all the time. Every time Dom was going to do something, he always knew what he was going to do prior to.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So that's what I thought the movie played out that way, because Dante had all these plans set in motion that Dom had to just walk into.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dave,
so
did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
the favorite scene was, Cypher coming to the house.
Oh,
That
in
was
the
one of my
beginning.
favorite
Yeah.
scenes. Yeah, Cypher. Yeah. All
Charlie?
the rest of them were a little blown up. You know what I mean? They were a little blown up. But
Yeah.
the one thing he did say, Dom said, the only one mistake Dante made was he didn't take his car.
Oh yeah,
He
that's
didn't take his car. Wait a minute, the whole movie about cars and stuff. The one mistake he made is he didn't take his car. And this is my other one. He gave up. Dante gave up after he couldn't blow him up on the bridge, kill him. He gave up and started. Now he want to go after the Rock, right?
oh, yeah.
Now you want to go after Rock, because the Rock is the one that really killed his father. Come on now. Dom drove the car, but he didn't shoot him.
Yeah.
He did not shoot him. And he shot his father when he was on the ground. Man,
That is
on
true.
his back.
Charlie, your
back.
favorite scene. Charlie.
You know, any of that. That's what I-
Favorite scene was that? Huh?
No, I'm asking Charlie what his favorite scene was.
Oh, okay.
No, I like the whole thing with the bouncing rolling bomb. That was good fun action. It's really
Mm.
all like the stupid things like jumping off a bridge to hit a crane that will perfectly knock it away. That's the kind of thing that I signed up
Yeah.
for. You know, that's what I was hoping to see like the movie filled with. And then after that, it kind of all just stops for a while.
And didn't they
And that-
say there were no casualties in Rome on the news
Oh,
report?
that was like incredible. Like,
Yeah.
that bomb blast was large enough to throw cars up
Yeah.
in the air. Like people are like blown to bits. It's
No
the
casualties.
It's
Yeah.
so many people there.
Sarah Riley, favorite scenes.
You go.
My favorite scene was like it was just like a small moment. I enjoyed all the like the action sequences with the cars, but I don't know if I can pick one. The bomb was good, but when the girls are like taken to the prison in Antarctica, and the Dom's wife, I forget her name, like wakes up and she just turns over and sees the other girl there. She's like, ah, shit, or what, like whatever she says. Like
She said like, "Good morning, sunshine."
oh yeah, good morning, sunshine. And she's like, ah, really? Like that just cracked me up. And just the two of them there, and like they like realize they're in Antarctica. I was like, what is this? That they
Yeah.
just made me laugh.
Yeah.
Dom's wife is named Letty in the movie,
Letty,
played
Letty.
by Michelle Rodriguez. And
yeah.
if you ever Riley, if you ever refer to Charlize Theron as the other lady again, you better show her respect as the greatest actress America, South Africa, Australia has ever seen, wherever she's from.
All
Charlize
right.
Theron, all right? Learn
All
her
right.
name. All right.
For me,
What's her name? What's her name?
Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron.
Charlize
Greatest
Theron.
actress in the history of moving pictures.
Tell me how you
All right.
tell me.
And she was my favorite character in this movie, Charlize Theron. There you go. Charlie, who was your favorite?
My favorite character? Oh man, I don't know. They're all felt kind of dull and flat. So I don't think I really have a favorite.
oh my god,
I guess Jason Momoa. He was the most like interesting, I guess. Even though I didn't really like how because we kind of went into that how he had a plan for everything. That was getting kind of annoying. Like how does he have a plan for him to take the kid out of the uncle's car and then get it back and then get the kid back into the other car so he can trap them both on the bridge of the dam? How is that? It's like getting to a point where it's like, okay, come on, like I don't know, like it's a little ridiculous.
and you believe all the John Wick stuff? Oh my god.
But it wasn't like
John Wick stuff, yeah.
It was like I don't care about like the action being ridiculous. I care about like that where it's like because then it's just
Story
like
being
oh,
ridiculous.
he's gonna get away, but he has a plan for it, so who cares if he gets away? You know, that's when it starts deflating the story a bit. You know,
Dave, did you have a favorite character?
I don't have a favorite character in Fast X, but I have a surprise character, and that's the Wonder Woman who popped out of the submarine. Yeah,
She's
that's
amazing
a
too.
surprise character to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Sarah Riley, you got favorite characters?
Yeah, this guy.
Tyrese.
Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah, I think he got a minor role, but they make him like have like those lines that makes like something like different from the supporting roles in the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think he did a good job with
Roman. He played Roman, Tyrese Gibson.
Roman, yes.
Yeah.
And also
There you
I wanted
go.
to say, because I didn't say my favorite scene, and I think like all the extra that is Fast and the Furious is, like I think like the most extra thing on this movie is when the kid jumps to the other car.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
fill the car. What else? Make the and see the line or something like that. Fill the line. No, fill
I
the
don't
car.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, he like filled the car or some line.
See the line and
See the
Fill-
line
see-
and fly and
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, and he
it's
flew.
like,
He flew
Sure.
through the car, yeah.
of course, like of course, everything goes
That's great.
well.
That's the kind of nonsense that I want to see. People flying through
Everything-
cars, you know?
Everything goes well, but it's always all the Fast X and all the this saga. It's always like goes well, like like, and it's for like keeping like going. You don't care about like because at the very beginning, I don't believe in that physics could stand like two cars carrying that metal box around,
Yeah.
and they just have like that power in the car that they just like like smashing everything, and they're not getting like driven by the box. But okay, if they said like this is like the tone of the movie, then you believe anything that goes later. So yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Right.
Like set those expectations at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They said that, and it's like, okay, anything can happen after that.
Sure.
Roman was also like one of my favorite characters. I enjoyed his lines. But since Sarah already mentioned him, I'm just going to bring up a random small character that was the random showing of Pete Davidson in there, which is just so funny and stupid. And it's like, okay, like, what are you doing in this movie?
Yeah.
But it was fun.
So let me ask you guys: have you seen how like familiar with you are the Fast and the Furious like franchise? How many
Like,
of the movies?
not at all.
This was your first one?
No,
I think I've seen like the first one or the second one or something, but like barely. You know, that kind of thing was like on TV.
Yeah, I also saw like maybe 1 and 2, but that's all.
I saw, I think the first 3 and something, maybe 5. I saw a couple, like a couple more. I mean, because I do like it. Like that was my action like movie time.
All right. And Dave, you've seen them all twice, right?
I've seen all 9.
10.
Nice.
Oh wow.
10. I've seen all 10 movies.
All right, twice.
Okay.
3 times. each.
Twice. At least twice. Yeah. Hmm.
So the one thing my one complaint about this movie was Dom. Like everything, he was like, "Oh, I'm so afraid from losing my son, protecting my son." And the first thing he does is go leave his son. Like he did that twice. Like he saw that his son was in the car with his brother, so he was like, "Oh, there he is." So I'm going to just speed off now and leave you guys. Like he just seemed like his motivation was.
Yeah, it felt Dominic.
Yeah.
It usually like I would expect him to be more furious. Actually.
Yeah,
And
where's
he
the
was-
fury? Oh, well, they got rid of that part of the title, so it's just fast now.
Yeah, he's not
yeah.
serious anymore. He's just fast.
There's no furious anymore.
Yeah, no fury. Well, he's a dad. He can't be mad anymore. He's too happy.
I mean-
Maybe that's the problem.
Family. is the
Family.
important.
Mhm.
It's
So
about
I read an article where he said he wants the Fast 10 to be like a trilogy. So I'm assuming the next one is gonna have another cliffhanger ending. But what would you have changed about it? Anything? Would you change the cliffhanger ending? What would you have changed about the movie, Dave?
I would have changed that bridge scene. The last scene where him and his son go down the dam. It's just a little bit unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because at no time did I see water come across there. And when you look at him, the 2 trucks go across the bridge, there's a big lake of water. But yet, when you blow up the bridge, there's no water coming over. Nothing. There's no holes in the dam. You just see all this big explosion and it's fire. I just don't believe that scene. It's not believable. But now I would change it. Okay?
Nice.
But other than that, everything else is okay. But like I said, I've seen all 10 movies twice. All right? So, and Dominic Toretto is, I thought he played a good role. Like I said, he was always 2 steps behind Dante. So he didn't really do too much except drive. He didn't really do too much. And normally, in all the previous 9 movies, he had something for the villain. Like he had a response to them. If you look at him, he had a response to them. In 10, he had no response.
Yeah.
No retaliation. You understand? And when he was at the bottom of the dam and looked up, you know what I mean? He had nothing. He had no response for Dante. No response.
Yeah.
Okay?
You change
That's
anything,
my
Charlie?
take.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of an issue, right? Is he had nothing to do other than just show up to places and lose. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I was giving him like something. I wish he had some kind of trump card to pull out and be like, "Haha, you didn't consider I guess the card thing, but it only showed up at the very, very, very end."
Yeah.
Get out of it, he kind of just delayed it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
She had some more to just be like, "Ha, I'm doing this thing now," and not just going, "I'm trying to chase after things." I wish he had something that he was like taking control of, like even a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing that I disliked the most about the movie was the ending, like how they just left it like that. So I would have changed something there to make it. I mean, I haven't watched like all the Fast X movies or Fast and Furious movies, but now like I feel like I need to see the next one because of how they left it on this like cliffhanger. So now I feel like I need to see it. But I just wish they didn't leave it like so much of a cliffhanger. It was just like, oh, that's it. Like the girls are walking in Antarctica and the bridge blew up. Like, okay, done. And then, okay, we just see The Rock for a second. Like, I don't know.
Right.
It felt like a incomplete. I mean, I get it. They're going for the next one, but they could have still left the cliffhanger with a little more.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me, it would be like more exactly response from Dom, like having like more character and more like spirit, because it was like just like oh,
Yes.
just trying to catching up with this guy is doing to my family.
Yeah.
Second, I would have loved seeing more like Michelle more in screen, like more time, like more minutes, and like the supporting roles, all these like troop. Also, I felt like they were like there. Just I
Yeah.
would like to have like more of them too, because I think they're also like interesting, and they could like bring some other like energy, other like yeah. I would like put more Michelle in like in the screen and the supporting roles, and Dom having more character.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess a lot of this
Gotcha.
movie felt like setups because like the Michelle's character didn't do anything. It was just set up for the next movie. And then that little group basically didn't do anything after Italy. They just
Yeah,
it's just set up for
they
the next
were, like,
movie.
just there.
And you know they're not dead either. They're like they got
Of
out of the plane at the last minute somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was,
I
that was
have a question for everyone.
Yeah.
How big is Dom's family now?
Oh wow!
Yeah, I guess it's everyone who's ever existed, probably.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
who
mean,
spoke-
you know, his son's mother's sister is in there now, right? His son's mother's sister, the one they
Yeah.
killed, Cypher killed.
Yeah,
oh
See,
yeah,
you would
the
have to
cop.
see the
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
prior to that, the one that
The
Cypher
cop.
killed.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
the young girl that he rescued at the end, right?
He was
Yeah.
actually he was the young girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They have so many ways they can go. They can go like Jason Statham went to like save his mama.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
The Rock coming back. They
Rock
have so
coming
many
back.
more like things they could do. We could do a whole Jason Momoa like prequel story, but nobody wants
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
He did like rip
Right.
off the Joker in that that scene.
I'm surprised they didn't have the scene where he gets caught and he's like, getting caught was part of my plan. That was like so popular for a while. There was like so many villains who did that in like a span of a few years.
So,
Mhm.
are you guys recommending this movie? Did you enjoy it?
I do.
I did. I enjoyed it. Hmm.
Charlie?
I guess if you like the other movies, you'll like this one too. But I wouldn't like recommend it if you don't really care for the series or like you're not into it. You just yeah.
All right, nice. Are you do you have movies from the actors in this movie that you want to recommend that people may not know about, Charlie?
Wow, I can't think of any right now.
Oh my god, I have so many.
Charlize Theron movies.
Which one?
All
What'd you
of
say?
Charlize Theron movies.
All of Charlize Theron's movies. Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
Oh
Yeah,
Sarah,
Oh, yeah,
you're
that's-
my
See,
favorite
another
person
movie she was
in the world.
with cars.
I love that too.
All right, I have a movie now.
All right, go ahead.
So there's another movie with lots of cars, Mad Max Fury Road, with Charlize Theron.
Good
See,
movie.
that one's fantastic.
Yeah,
That one's a lot
Good.
of fun.
good movie.
That's a good movie.
Riley, you have a movie to recommend?
Well, I'm gonna recommend Game of Thrones because as soon as I saw Nathalie Emmanuel in this one, I was like, I know she's been in like the Fast movies, but as someone who hasn't watched them, I was like, oh, Game of Thrones. So I'm just gonna give that that recommendation.
That's a commitment, though. Game of Thrones.
But it's good fun.
What about you, Dave? Any of these actors you want to recommend their other stuff?
I can't think of anything offhand.
All right. So
Yeah.
I'll take over this segment because Charlize Theron is amazing. Watch The Old Guard on Netflix if you haven't seen it, and watch Hancock with Will Smith and Charlize Theron. Two great
Oh,
movies.
she's in that movie? I don't even remember.
She is in that movie. And Alan
sweet.
Rickson, who played like the turncoat bad guy at the end of like the big army dude or
Yeah.
agency guy. He's also Jack Reacher on Amazon.
Oh, yeah, he looked really familiar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's where he's from.
Jack
Yeah.
Reacher on Amazon. He's also
That's
in
right,
the HBO Max series Titans. So you guys got a lot of TV watching to do since you guys know nothing.
Jack Reacher is a lot of fun. That's a
Jack
fun
Reacher was great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack Reacher
that's
on
a fun
Amazon.
show.
He was
Yeah,
also in
absolutely.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games? Who watches that? I'm just kidding, Sarah. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Sarah, I'm joking.
My God.
It was a joke. Anyway. All right, Charlie, let's give your shout out of the week.
Yeah, my shout out of the week is to Progressive Insurance for aggressively raising my rates again and again and again. I would recommend not going with Progressive. I think they're just jacking up their prices. So
This podcast was sponsored by Progressive.
Progressive, give us a shout out.
Riley, you got a shout out of the week.
Yeah, since we're talking about cars, I got to give a shout out to my car. So Toyota 4RAV hybrid. Woo!
Gross. All right, go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, my shout out is going to please. We need more public transport in United States.
Yeah, Fast and Furious 12 will be them just riding the trains. we have to get to Rome. Okay, I'm gonna book the next train.
All right, Dave, if you're not familiar, we do a shout out of the week. It could be any person, place, or thing that you just want to acknowledge. So if you have something, go ahead.
Shout out to Walmart. Okay, Walmart. Yeah, welcome to Walmart. You know, when you go in Walmart, you can get everything. So you can get everything.
Shout out to Walmart.
You don't have to go to 2, 3, 4 stores. You can just go to Walmart.
And I know I'm late on this, but I wanted to give a late shout out to Tina Turner. I don't think we acknowledged her on this podcast, her passing. But I just want to acknowledge Tina Turner and the great stamp she left on us. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week with a movie to be determined. Unless, Sarah, you know what the movie is?
No, we have to discuss it. All
right, we don't know yet, but we'll be there. The Affinity Stream Podcast will be there next week on your feed. All right, guys, enjoy. See you next time. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.